Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the lookout for the newest ambassador of a fit and healthy lifestyle with, of course, none other than Century Tuna.
Tuna Superbods is the hottest event of this summer.
I'm Hi, I'm Shirley Legas.
I think the best quality of a Superbod is having a good personality.
To practice self-love and believe in themselves.
Just get protein anywhere you want. That is a Century Tuna.
My name is Nicholas Chua. You can call me Nico for short.
My name is Taylor Toronto. I am
The entire LGBTQI community that we can also be a fit inspiration.
Fitness should be
Diet is really the key to a healthy lifestyle.
A Superbod should not just be physically fit or mentally fit. He should be what I want to call as holistically fit.
This is the final callback for the hottest summer event this year.
Marie goes on.
Well, again, mga kaibigan, isang magandang gabi po sa inyo. Isang makulimlim or should I say malamig na Saturday night sa ating lahat. My name is Dale, your entertainment news portal correspondent. And this is the episode 17 of our Century Tuna Superbods 2020 special. And tonight, malamang marami sa inyo ang nakakakilala na dito sa ating magiging guest. Sa ating guest, siguro masasabi ko na this woman or this our guest for tonight is someone who is really or who is truly empowered, who is truly what do you call it, an epitome of what a modern woman or a modern Filipina is or should be. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I give to you Superbod Sam Purvor.
Hi, everyone. Hello. Good evening.
Hello, Sam.
And of course,
Magandang gabi.
listening to Entertainment News Portal. Such a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me. And by the way, Dale, that was such a sweet introduction. Natouch ako sa'yo.
Yes, and I am really sincere of saying that kasi ako naniniwala this interview will be going as it will really be something.
Oh,
Diba?
all right. Let's have fun today, Dale, and entertain our
Yes. Yes. And para po mas makilala nyo or mas lalo nyo pang what do you call this, mas makilala ang advocacy or ang purpose ni Sam Purvor sa pagsali sa Century Tuna Superbods 2020. Andito po ang kanyang advocacy video.
Hi everyone, my name is Samantha Purvor. I'm a radio jock and a host. I basically talk for a living, and I'm also a sports scientist. I want to change the way that fitness is seen. It should be holistic, sustainable, and consistent. And I want to be here today because I want to remind you that you don't have to be at your best form just yet. But when you come to choose yourself, when you finally get there, you'll be able to do the things that you need and the things that you want for the people that you love and for that person standing right in the mirror.
Yes.
Self-cheer.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yes.
Very catchy, no? Gusto ko, kasi alam ko, feeling ko dun sa video niyo, kasi maigsi lang siya, feeling ko ang dami pang gustong sabihin. Can you tell us what you've said there, holistic, sustainable, and consistency? Paano siya, or how an individual can attain that, especially if someone is or has finally decided to go into healthy and fit lifestyle?
That's a very good question, Dale. And it's very difficult to summarize, to be honest, because sustainability, when we talk about the word itself, it means it should be something that should fit your lifestyle in the long run. And it should be something that you're able to do and that you're passionate to do. Put it this way. If you have no interest whatsoever in lifting weights, then why go to the gym? It's pointless. You're forcing yourself to do something that you're not passionate about. On the other hand, if you don't like swimming, why would you go to the pool every day? It's pointless again. So when I say sustainable, it should be something that's close to your heart. It should be something that you can live with and something that you truly, and from the bottom of your heart, you got to enjoy the process. You got to enjoy it so that you can have it long term. And then you can see the differences day by day or even week by week. Eventually, you'll fall in love with the process. You'll fall in love with yourself. You'll fall in love with the discoveries that you make along the way. So that's just a sustainability part. When I talk about a holistic lifestyle, a lot of people, especially going through this climate, this pandemic, I realize that most, or majority rather, of the people who reach out to me are going through a lot of mental issues. And I'm not excluding myself from that. I too have days where I'm anxious. I have days where I feel like I'm not at my best, and that's fine. When I talk about holistic lifestyle, you should really integrate everything from your social aspect to your physical aspect, spiritual aspect, your mental aspect. Put those all together and find the right balance. When you overpower one aspect of your life, that's somewhat saying that the weights are not balanced in your life. So, kunyari, grabe ka dito sa workload mo. Nagsasacrifice na yung sa pamilya mo. What's the point in living, diba? So, I highly suggest looking at your life from a holistic perspective. Babagay ba siya sa ginagawa ko? Babagay ba siya sa buhay ko? Babagay ba siya sa things that I'm passionate about? And at the end of the day, you should be happy and satisfied with what you're doing. And the last thing is consistency. Without the first two, it's, again, pointless to keep going to do something that you're just not interested in. So you have to find that journey for yourself, whether it's going to be in sports, whether it's going to be dancing, whether it's going to be rock climbing, or just walking outdoors, or something as simple as planting in the garden or even in pots. Find an activity that you're absolutely passionate about and stick to it. So that's the part that tackles consistency. And with those three elements put together, you will definitely fall in love with a better version of yourself.
Well, actually, very timely yung sinabi mo. Kasi, tingnan natin yung mga sinasabi nila na gagalingan ko, what do you call this, pagtatrabaho ko, I will work very hard for my family. Pero what happens is, nilala mo na ng trabaho yung sistema. So, the time for their family, nasa sacrifice, then what happens is, parang, ang nangyayari is, yung connection between children, parent, doon na nagkakaroon ng parang hindi naman totally nawawala, pero doon nagkakaroon ng parang tawag dito, gap. And in the sense na yung gap na yon ang nagkokos na maaring may hindi magandang mangyari sa anak or like that, or yon, dahil nga nawawala yung tinatawag na pagsubaybay. And another important thing is that pag nagpakalunod ka sa trabaho, well, let's mention, look at chocolate, di ba? Si chocolate. Trabaho. Yes, ang trabaho, yes, it's important. Pero andyan yan, hindi yan mawawala. Just find it, wag ka lang magsawa. Pero ang buhay, ang kalusugan, isa lang yan. Uunahin mo yan.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. As a matter of fact, as the breadwinner of my family, I struggle with this every single day. What I do is I still try my best to find that balance. So if I have to turn off my laptop and say politely, by the way, to my bosses or to my workload, excuse me, I would like to spend an hour or two with my family, then do so. Because, what's the point in living when you are torturing yourself endlessly? You have to love your life to be able to appreciate the small things. And it's just, especially in a pandemic, you'll see the value of that. You will really see the value of that. Magkasama kayo sa bahay pero di kayo nag-uusap. Ang daming pwedeng gawin in a day. We all have the same amount of time in a day. We all have 24 hours. We just have to really, really use our time wisely and choose and prioritize what's most important to us. And at least from my perspective, my priority would always be my family. So they come first, no matter what. But how can I provide for my family also if I'm not working? Kaya kailangan talaga ng balanse sa buhay.
Balance, of course, time management. Kailangan din yan, di ba?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, now, gusto kong malaman, ano ang advice mo, especially dun sa mga tao na nai-intimidate na mag-push through or nai-intimidate magsimula ng kanilang fitness journey?
Like I said, from the get-go, you should find something for yourself. Don't be intimidated to try. Ako, when I try sports, sasabihin ko na parang, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Baka matamaan ako ng bola or something like that. I tried it. If I didn't like it, move on to the next. You just go, thank you, next. That's all you gotta do, baby. It's a matter of trial and error. Just find what you really are passionate about. Little did I know, I had the fear of heights, Dale. And nagulat ako. I fell in love with rock climbing, and I can go around 2, 3, 4, 5 stories nonstop because I fell in love with the sport in itself. Because there's so much mental focus when you're climbing, and now overcoming fear ko. That's a great plus to rock climbing. So find something that you will really be invested in. Yun lang yung tip ko. The journey is yours. Take it. Nasa kamay mo na yan.
Sa akin naman, actually, walang gym eh. Pero halos kasi simula ko lang din ang fitness journey ko. Ngayon lang quarantine. Ngayon lang lockdown.
I'm so proud.
Ngayon lang lockdown kasi it started with a realization. Isang gabi lang. Kasi pagkagabi kasi mahilig ako tumambay sa terrace namin sa labas. Tambay lang ako doon, tapos cellphone, ganyan. And nakapahinga na yung mga kasama ko dito sa bahay. Ako nasa labas, muni-muni. Then I realized na sa edad ko, although sabihin natin na matanda na rin ako, may tuturing na matanda na rin ako, pero sa edad ko, parang may gusto pa akong marating, may gusto pa akong, kumbaga may pangarap pa ako.
There you
Diba?
go. Exactly.
If I will continue this lifestyle na last food is life, wala mangyayari. Di ba? Hashtag food is life ako dati. Yon. So, sabi ko,
I won't
dapat
disagree with you. Food is life pa rin. Food is life, but it's all about a matter, again, going back to the balance of everything. Put it on the scale. I'm not talking about a physical scale, but just a scale of all of those aspects, like your gut health, your mental health, your emotional health. Put those all together. Find the balance there.
Okay. You know what ang ginagawa ko? Kasi, ito bilang isang active din sa pageant community, no? And dahil mahilig ako maglakad, so yun ang ginagawa ko everyday. I do extreme walking.
Wow. How long do you walk for?
It's 9,000 to 10,000 steps.
Wow, impressive. Every day.
Yeah, every day. Yun. And my motivation, ang ano ko na lang is, ang tawag dito, ang pinaka-motivation ko para tuloy-tuloy yun is, I treat the streets as my runway.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Do you have an outfit change too?
Wag mo na yun kasi
change.
Wag mo. Saka na yun, pagkatapos na itong pandemic na to, kasi baka mamaya mag-outfit change ako, matanggal ang aking face shield, matanggal ang face mask ko, mahuli ako.
Jacket na lang, tanggalin. Ganon. That's a good deal. It's good that you found something.
Okay, going back, yes, going back, graduate ka ng Bachelor of Sports Science, which ang karamihan talaga is itong course na to, ang kilala kong mga kumukuha nito is mga kalalakihan. Now, what is your motivation or deciding factor? Bakit sports science ang napili mo?
Well, the original plan that I had, Dale, and I did share this with my co-superbods in a recent interview as well. My plan was really to become a doctor. So it was a pre-med. And sports science in UP Diliman is considered a pre-med because more than the course biology, we have more subjects that are deeply related to the anatomical body of a human being. So it was crucial for me to look at the curriculums, and then I was really comparing. Tapos sabi ko, ano kaya mas maganda dito? Ano kaya mas beneficial between biology na half of the time I'm going to be studying about plants versus when I'm studying all about the body, the human body, and understanding prevention as well. So I opted for sports science, and lo and behold, I fell in love with my course, and I'm very happy that I took it kasi it was through this 10-year studying of sports science. Yes, I took 10 years in UP Diliman. I'm really proud of it. I must say that it was an epiphany that came to me. It dawned on me I don't have to become a doctor to save lives. And just through prevention, through preventing people from getting sick, through preventing people from getting injured, through change in lifestyle, then I can save lives. And I realized that's more important to me than having to become a doctor eventually. So hindi naman sinasabi ko na hindi important that doctors. Of course, my goodness, we won't survive in this world without them. Pero nahanap ko na rin yung purpose ko eh. And in a male-dominated industry, I think it's very important to have representation for women all the more, especially in the past few years where I discovered as well that I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. And this disease, quote unquote, is very dominant in my generation. As a matter of fact, 40 to 50% of the women worldwide have PCOS and don't even know about it. The onset of PCOS is because of hormonal imbalances, and it just really changes your body chemistry from the way that you think, the way that you feel. So I think it's a blessing in disguise na pumasok ko sa sports science kasi naintindihan ko lalo yung katawan ko. Naintindihan ko lalo how to explain to my fellow women, how to explain to my students when I coach them na, you know, girls, it's fine. If you don't feel good today because of your period, then let's do something about it. If you feel like we have to change your program, then let's also do something about it. Many women also are treated like mini men, so to speak. And I don't mean to sound feminist here, but the truth is women still have different needs. I'm not saying significantly different, but what I am saying that biologically, we have a lot of, how do I say this in simple terms? We have different demands from our genetic code. It's very different to a man's, and when we put it down on paper, alam mo yun, you put it side by side, may makikita mo talagang differences eh. And I'm just proud to have been a part of sports science from UP because it really opened my eyes na women don't have a lot of coaches to turn to. Women don't have a lot of women to talk to when it comes to understanding their bodies pre-disease, prevention, preventive before anything else happens to them. So that's what led me to choosing sports science.
Okay, so you've mentioned, di ba, na you're from UP Diliman. Now,
Yes.
ito, this is a personal question, personal sa akin.
Okay.
How would you change the mind of people? Kasi in UP, of course, kilala ang UP sa fraternity and sorority. So how would you change the mind of people with regards to their view about fraternity and sorority?
I'll be brutally honest, Dale. When it comes to fraternities and sororities, I was never a part of any. I was a lone wolf all the way from my first year all the way until the last year of staying inside of UP. But I do know a lot of friends who have benefited from sororities and fraternities. And while I understand that there was a bad reputation that grew eventually from the hazing and the fraternizing and just the unnecessary violence, but it has transcended from that. I think UP has chosen to be better now. Instead of turning to violence, physical violence, it's no longer about that. It's more about camaraderie. People and organizations, sororities and fraternities have actually come together to peace and to simply work together and create these programs or even beneficiaries, and they work together now. So in the long run, I see the benefit. So if it comes to the fraternities and sororities, if you feel like you need a sister, if you feel like you need a brother, they are people to turn to. And it's just a matter of finding your niche. It's just a matter of finding who really suits your cards. Yun na lang.
Well, thank you for enlightening me and, of course, some of our viewers as well.
Yeah.
Now, you've mentioned you won Nesty Fit 2011. So, this is not the first time you joined a fitness pageant or competition. So, ano yung ano mo dito? Tawag dito, ano yung, what do you call this? How's your experience? And ano yung ginawa mo, or what are the disciplines that na in-apply mo to win this Nesty Fit 2011?
Oh, I remember it clearly, just like it were yesterday. It was, oh man, my memories are flashing back. It's so nostalgic. To be honest, it's one of the best things that I actually ventured into. I had no idea that I had this competitive spirit in the limelight. Kasi syempre may competitive spirit ka between your classmates and whatnot. Small scale pa lang yan. But once you go on television and you're competing on television, it's a different ballpark altogether. So the experience was beautiful because here I finally got to see the different organizations as well, the different sports organizations, the different people who actually make the sports work here in the Philippines. For instance, Ultimate, which is also known as Frisbee, it became popularized through that platform. There was also flag football that started with this campaign. And interestingly enough, flag football will be a part of, I believe it's SEA Games, or it's going to be in an international ballpark now. So I was just honored to be a part of that back in the day. Nung bago pa lang siya dito sa Pilipinas at no one knew what it was all about. And then all of a sudden now, after a few years, it's an international game. And we have athletes who are ready and capable who will also represent us. So kudos to them. The thing is, when I competed for this competition back in the day, they were really looking for a spokesperson, and the spokesperson had to be knowledgeable when it came to health, when it came to overall wellness, when it also came to being someone relatable. And I suppose I'm fortunate enough that they saw that in me. So thank you very much, by the way, to the judges who saw that in me in the day. Ang masasabi ko lang, I just put my heart on my sleeve, and I was just very passionate with what I was doing. I was educating people, which is also what I'm doing now. I'm educating people about PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. More people have to talk about it. I mean, I don't know a single person, to be honest, in the Philippines who talks about it openly. So sabi ko, you know what? I don't know someone who talks about it. Why can't it be me? So I want to be my own hero. And yun lang, it was a great experience. I have no regrets, and it brought me to a different perspective in the sports arena. So just very thankful for those days, Dale.
Wow. Kakatuwa naman yun. I'm inspired. Kakatuwa.
Oh.
Grabe. Thank you. Okay, now ito Sam, sinulat mo to sa bio mo. Ngayon gusto naming malaman to. You said that you almost died 2 times. Can you tell us the story? What happened?
Okay, I may be smiling now. It's because I'm beaming with joy, genuinely. I'm beaming with joy because I can say that I actually overcame death. And this is twice because of the same problem, dengue. I found out from doctors that mosquitoes actually like my blood. It's actually really odd when I think about it. May panlasa pala ang mosquitoes. Apparently, it's something about my body chemistry also. But so mag-ingat kayo guys. Dengue season na naman. Ako todo nakabalot po ako pag nasa bahay. So when I was, I think 7 or 10, around that age, between 7 and 10, that was the first time that I saw fear in my mother's eyes. And I will never forget that look on her face because it changed the way that I saw my mother. I never saw her more vulnerable. And from that moment on, I told myself, I'm not going to allow this to happen to myself anymore. I am never going to get dengue again. And I'm never going to scare my mother like that again. And of course, I'm never going to scare my father that way again. I saw the fear that they might lose me. But, you know, they just kept whispering into my ear that I could overcome it. And the truth is, if it weren't for their whispers, if it weren't for my mom and my dad holding my hand every single night and praying the rosary with me, I wouldn't be here now. And a few years down the line, I got dengue again. This time it was a shorter bout, but it was a harder bout. So it was a difficult, very, very difficult thing to overcome. Education lang, guys. know what to do with the environment. We have citronella plants outside. It really helps. Tapos magsiga-siga kayo dyan sa garden, especially in this rainy season. You don't want dengue. And it takes 3 to 4 days before you see the onset of the symptoms. If my mother didn't take me the day before, yep, I would have been gone by now. So, ayan. It's a trivia that I don't often share, but I think just to educate people, especially with the rainy season, I just wanted to mention it talaga.
Yeah. Yes, totoo. Talaga madaming lamok ngayon. As in. So, pag nasa bahay ka, kung may... Wag kang magpapawala ng fan. Kung may lotion kang pamahid or repellent.
Do anything that's preventable, because I tell you, dengue, it was a haze. I don't even remember most of the days because I was just in and out of consciousness. That was it. So it was really scary for me.
Okay,
But
Sam. Yeah. And you are a superbud now. Look.
Yeah.
Diba? Okay, Sam. Kamusta si Sam Purvor bilang isang daughter, anak?
Oh, nako. Tanungin natin magulang ko, nasa baba lang sila. Pero siguro, ayan, yung dalawang yan, saan ba? Ito. My parents over here. As a daughter, I would say that I would do anything for them. I would take a bullet for my parents, and I would lay down my life for them as well. I would sacrifice anything for my family. If it means sleepless nights, so be it. But rest after ng malala. As a daughter, I would like to think that I pour my heart and my soul into everything that I do for them. And there are no words to justify how much I love my parents, how much I love my family. And I get so emotional just talking about it. I'm trying to hold back my tears, but I suppose as a daughter, I would like to think that I'm doing the best that I can. I think I'm doing the best that I can. I hope they agree. Mom, Dad, if you're watching downstairs, okay?
Eto naman, siguro baka mapagselos natin yung isa. Is Sam Purvor more on mama's girl or a papa's girl?
Ooh.
And why? Isa lang.
Ooh. Siguro, masasabi ko, I'm more of a daddy's girl. Sorry, Mom. Doesn't mean I love you less. It's just that nakakatakas ako lalo sa dad ko. Never ako napagalitan ng dad ko. As in, never. He never raised a hand on me. He never even raised his voice. Kung magalit yan, mag-walk away na lang yan sa akin. And an uncle of mine, nung lasing na lasing yung isang uncle ko, sabi niya sa akin, Sam, you're the apple of your dad's eye. So alam kong daddy's girl ako.
Ayan. Well, shout out to your mom. Diba? Your mom, well, Sam Purvor will not be Sam Purvor without, of course, your parents, your mom and dad, diba?
Oh,
That's the foundation. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now, so, na-reach na natin yung first half ng ating live interview. So, before we proceed to the second half, meron muna tayong simpleng game. So, tingnan natin. I-try ko i-share. Share screen. Ayan.
Oh my goodness. I'm excited.
By the way, this,
pressure's on.
This game, halos na perfecto ni Mommy Grace.
Really?
Ni Mommy Grace Del Rosario, yes.
I love it. Okay, game.
Sige, tingnan natin. Baka baka game na game, kasi alam mo na to. Ayan.
Sige.
Okay. Is it?
BEKI Translate! Oh my goodness!
BEKI Translate. So, ayan ang ating game ngayon, BEKI Translate. So, the goal is, I-translate ang mga sumusunod na BEKI words sa mga tunay nitong salita o kahulugan.
Alam mo, Dale, shout out sa professor ko, Eugene Evasco. Siya yung professor ko sa Panitikang Pilipino. Lagot ako sa kanya.
Okay, let's start. Tingnan natin kung hanggang saan ang alam ni Superbod Sam Purvor pagdating sa BEKI or gay lingo. The first word.
Fat. Obese.
Okay, mataba. Yes, majubis, mataba. 1 point.
Baby. All right.
Next word. Aida.
Money.
No.
Aida.
Clue.
Can I have a clue?
It's a disease.
AIDS.
Okay, it's AIDS or Aida.
Okay.
Diba? Minsan di ba yung mga BEKI pagka nagkakabiroan, yung mga, let's say, may nakita silang friend, nakapwa nila BEKI din na biglang pumayat, uy, na-Aida ka ba? Yung mga ganon, di ba? Yung mga binubuli-buli nila. Na-Aida ka ba? Uy, sumali ka ba sa Miss Aida Universe? Yung mga ganon. Okay.
Di ba may word na similar dito Aida, pero pera.
Anda.
Yun. Okay, game.
Anda, ang short term yun, Anda. Ang buo niya is Andalus or Andalusia. Yan, pera ibig sabihin nun.
Game.
Next word.
Gora.
Dali lang to, Tom Jones. Dali lang yan.
I know this. Can I have a clue?
Tom Jones na ako.
Gutom.
Yes, it's gutom. Gutom na ako, kain na tayo. Tom Jones na ako, kain na tayo.
I'm making myself so proud here.
Next word. KOTA KINABALU.
Alam ko rin to. Clue naman.
Basta may kinalaman siya sa work, especially kapag nasa sales, ganyan. Sales or ano.
A quota. You need a quota.
Yes. KOTA na.
Yes.
Kumota ka na.
Kumota.
Yan.
Quota.
Yes. Okay, let's have the next one.
So proud. Oh my God.
Bilat or bilat?
Well, from what I know, the original means it starts with a V.
No. Well, that's my dog. Sorry, that's my dog.
I'm not worried about I love dogs. So it starts with a V original, but it means girl.
Yeah, it's girl. Babae.
Yeah.
Yes. And sorry, the other term for bilat or bilat is merly or merlat. Oh my gosh.
Merlat.
Yes. O merlat or merly.
Hi,
yung
baby.
Ganon. Yes, ayun siya. Pag kami umano sa gate namin talaga, ayun.
Ganyan din
siya?
Oo.
Alert siya. Pagkataba-taba nito. Sa kanya lumilipat yung taba ko.
Pakita mo naman sa akin next time. I love dogs.
Sure. Si Berber. Okay. Let's have the first word. Or the next word. Sorry, the next word.
Game. Ay!
Or dutay.
And the eggplant.
Ito ako sa eggplant. Maliit.
Ganun.
Maliit. Eggplant. Yeah, maliit. Jutes, maliit.
Ay,
Jutay.
so mali.
Oo, hindi siya eggplant.
Eggplant.
Okay, next. Borta.
Buff.
Yes.
Really
It
buff.
describes your fellow male superbuds. Malaki ang katawan or macho. Next. DAKS. O, ayan na.
Malaki.
Yes. Kabalik naman ni Jutes or Jutay, malaki.
I need to drink some water. I'm so sweaty. Okay, game.
Next word. Ayan.
Cry.
Crayola. Yes, cry. Umiyak. Crayola na naman si bakla. O, ganon. Next. Next word. Erna.
Oh, poop.
Yes. Pupu. Yeah.
I love this. This is so educational. I love it.
Next one. Ay, yan. Janet Jackson.
Like hot.
Yes. Mainit.
Init.
Actually, ngayon here in my place, it's really Janet Jackson.
Is it?
Yes. Next. Ayan, kabaliktaran. Julanis Morissette.
Isn't that rain? Julan?
Yes. Julan. Umuulan. Julanis Morissette. Ilang araw ng Julanis Morissette, di ba?
Yes.
Next. Otoko.
Ooh. Clue.
It also describes your fellow male superbuds. Most of them.
Guapo.
Okay, most of them. Ayoko kasing excluding baka maano ko naman siya. Pag sabi otoko,
Guapo.
lalaking lalaki.
Bakit otoko? Otoko.
Yeah, otoko. Well, ako actually, kung tatanungin mo, hindi ko rin siya alam bakit nag-arrive dyan ng BEKI language or gay lingo sa otoko as to describe lalaking lalaki.
Interesting.
Pagka di ba, minsan kapag nakita mo yung mga BEKI friends or yung mga bakla dyan, yung pag may nakitang yung lalaking lalaki talaga na, oy, Bax, may otoko doon, no?
Kasi alam ko yung paminta.
Yeah.
Yan, di ba? Otoko, hindi ko alam. Bago yan sa akin. Okay. Something new to my dictionary. Check. Love it.
Next.
We should have this every day. Oh, hala, di ko rin alam.
Well, actually, nung sinearch ko to, bago din siya sa akin. Pero it really exists, yung term na yan. Yung Kelvinator or Kelvina. Actually, medyo siya tawag dito. Sabi nga ni Mommy Grace, uy, wag, bad yan. May mga dumaan sa ganyan. So, when you say Kelvinator is a brand of ref or refrigerator.
Yeah,
so, ibig sabihin, babaeng malaki ang katawan or kasing laki ng refrigerator ang katawan.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, Kelvinator or Kelvina. Diba?
Oh my goodness, refrigerator. Grabe. Oh,
ayan,
we're done?
So, yeah, we're done.
I don't think I did a bad exam today. I think I passed.
Yeah, you passed. Pareho kayo ni Mommy Grace, kayo ang talagang dito, nakapasa sa BEKI language, sa BEKI Translate. Kayong dalawa pa lang.
I love it.
Pa lang.
Yes! High five, Mommy Grace.
Yes, okay. Now, Sam.
Yeah.
What's your motivation or your greatest, deciding factor why you joined Century Tuna Superbods 2020?
Oh, the biggest motivation? Ironically, I always wanted to join Superbods, even back in the day, but then I eventually ventured into pageantry. So from Nesty Fit, I went straight to Binibini. After Binibini, I went straight to Miss World. After Miss World, I went straight to Miss Earth. So it just got really hectic. Plus, I was working and studying at the same time. So every time I would see the billboard of, excuse me, every time I would see the billboard of Century Tuna, I would always say, wow, I would really want a billboard for myself. So honestly, it started from that kababawan na concept. Sabi ko, I would like to brag one day that I stopped traffic on EDSA. Sobrang babaw niya, dun siya nagsimula. Now, when the campaign finally came out, and then it came out with Everybod Superbod, and I was at my physically, I could say, one of the worst states because of my polycystic ovarian syndrome. And I was really put down by a lot of people in the past 2 years because my weight has been fluctuating because of my hormonal imbalances. People would call me baliena. People would call me losyang, nanay. They would call me all these names, and I would take it. I would take it and not even bother explaining to them, or not even taking the light of day to tell them, you know what, I actually have PCOS. Please be more sensitive. And that's when it dawned on me na parang sabi ko, wow, this would be the perfect time to come out and tell people that I have PCOS and it can be reversed. Something can be done about it. And like I said a while ago, I don't know anyone who talks about PCOS openly. I think it's because we're still in a very conservative society, and the reproductive health of a woman is still not something that's openly discussed. Aside from being a sports scientist, so I felt really helpless. I didn't know what to do with my own body, despite the years of training, despite the years of education. I didn't know what to do. And I told myself, alam mo, Sam, eto na talaga yun. Parang panindigan mo na to. If you want people to know more about PCOS, why not be that avenue? Ikaw na. I mean, after all, I'm going through it. Why can't I be the advocate? Why can't I be the person who shares information about polycystic ovarian syndrome? So it was a snowball effect from there. But more importantly, now through this pandemic, it's been such an emotional ride, to say the least, because I realized that just in small conversations that I make with friends or family, I have the power to uplift talaga. And I'm not bragging here. I'm just genuinely happy to be able to help people, because when people were putting me down, I had no one to turn to. Sa totoo lang. No one to turn to. Nobody. Even my boyfriend at the time turned his back against me because I gained so much weight. I felt abandoned. I felt misunderstood. And I don't want any other woman to go through that. And if I have to be that beacon of light to them and tell them na, you know what, come to me, I'll listen, then so be it. And that's why I joined Superbod.
Yes. And I really believe that this is your platform, of course, to introduce a healthy and fit body without stereotyping, 'di ba? Kasi hindi man yung gaya ng sinabi naman na interview ko before, hindi ibig sabihin na payat ka, you are healthy.
No.
Hindi pa kasi sinabing you have this Coca-Cola body, healthy ka na, 'di ba?
Yes.
It's sometimes embracing diversity, kasi when you look at the women before, hindi uso yung ganyang Barbie, di ba? Yung sabi na Barbie, hindi uso yan. Women before are really voluptuous. And,
yes,
di ba? At ini-embrace yun ng lahat. Ina-accept yun. And, sa society kasi natin, parang naipakilala na, ganito, pag Miss Universe ka, ganyan, pag ganito, Miss ano ka, ganyan ka dapat, di ba? Pero, let's try to, di ba, to, parang, let's evolutionize. Kasi, women are women in any shape, di ba, are capable of empowering, are capable of having a healthy and fit lifestyle.
Oh,
diba?
yes.
And of course, sa mga lalaki din, 'di ba? Sa mga kalalakihan, ganun din naman. Same as what the world should what the woman should look like in the face of everyone.
True.
Diba?
I agree, Dale. Absolutely. I agree. We need to diversify and be more inclusive with how we see health and this misconception that imagine a 5-foot girl with the measurements of 36, 25, 34, and then you try to put it on a 7-foot girl who's 36, 25, 34, the proportions are just off. So it's not about the measurements. It's not about what you see in the scale. I believe that fitness and wellness should come from within, first and foremost. And it's all about having lesser sick days. And more importantly now, when we're living within a pandemic, and this is the first pandemic in a very long time. Our parents haven't gone through it. Our generation hasn't gone through it. And even our grandparents didn't go through a pandemic, or if they did, maybe they're very old by now and don't want to really halubilo with issues. But my point is, we need to have more representation of what the body is capable of. And it's not just the aesthetic. It's what your body as a machine can do for you, your body as a temple can do for you and can serve you, and eventually can serve your loved ones. That's the most important thing for me too.
Okay, since this year's theme of the century Tuna Superbods is hashtag everybody Superbod. So
Yes.
how do you define it as a candidate, as an official finalist? Masasabi mo ba na you are an everybody Superbod?
Siguro masasabi ko na yes, I am an everybody Superbod. I'd like to think that I still go through all the struggles, that I want to humanize how people see fitness, because every time I looked at the billboards, I would tell myself, wow, hindi ko siya maaabot. Hindi ko siya ma-reach. Hindi ko siya kilala. And I would like to think that because of my platform, or because of the things that I am passionate about, and because of the struggles that I've been through, people can relate. And I think the struggle really defines you. And I hope more people will see the story na, wow, kung kinaya ni Samantha Purvor, kayang-kaya ko rin yan. At the end of the day, it's all about an inspiring person that can change the lives of other people. And with everybody Superbod, I am, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. So yes, I absolutely feel that I am a good representation of this campaign. However, I must admit, Dale, they did change the campaign to Stay Strong.
Okay, so Stay Strong Pilipinas.
Yeah.
Well, I believe because of the pandemic, di ba?
Yeah,
Pero,
yeah.
okay. So di ba, you became an official Superbod, then biglang nag-lockdown.
Ay,
So everyone, kahit normal na tao, kahit kami, we expect that everything will be in indefinite postponement. So what was your first reaction when the Century Tuna Superbods texted you or called you, messaged you that we will continue the contest, and na magiging online yung mga activities gaya ng mga mga challenges niyo? Ayun. So what's your reaction na eto na, parang inisip mo na it's postponed, it was postponed, then biglang eto tinawagan kayo or message?
Yeah, Dale, I did say that I'm going to be brutally honest with this interview. My initial reaction was like, whoa, we're really pushing through. And I had to grasp all the strength in my head and in my heart just to muster the courage to say, oh my God, it's pushing through. That means there's more pressure now, because this is a much harder thing that we're doing. We're human too. So the struggle is real. I'm sure you feel the struggle. I'm sure our listeners feel the struggle. And, the Superbods, we feel the struggle too. Trust me, we really, really, really do. So imagine a competition in a pandemic, talagang nakakaloka yung idea. But I believe the direction of Century Tuna is to enlighten people. I really believe that their sole purpose is to bring people to a community together, to feel that they're a part of something, to feel that they can actually overcome these hurdles that we're going through. And kakayanin natin to. We can really overcome it because more than any race in the world, Dale, I know for a fact that Filipinos are the most hardworking and the most resilient people on the planet. I can say this for a fact. Kahit baha, magtatrabaho tayo. Kahit pandemic, pumapasok pa rin. Maglalakad yan. And I feel for everyone who's going through all the struggles. But believe me when I say na, you know, there's always the light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep hustling, put in the work, trust in the process, and we'll all overcome this eventually. Eventually. Basta we stick together. And also choose to be kind, you know. It doesn't hurt to lend an ear to a friend who's hurting as well. And it's also great therapy for yourself. Kung you're lost in your thoughts, just to speak to someone who's going through the same struggle can also help you overcome those struggles yourself. So I highly recommend a community that will grow together. And I believe the Philippines is a community in itself.
Totoo yan. Totoo naman. Resiliency, that defines every Filipino. And sa lahat ng mga may work ngayon, of course, you're blessed. And doon sa mga nawala ng work, soon, kapit lang, maraming paraan. We will get through this soon. Soon, babalik tayo lahat sa normal.
Yes.
Pananalig lang din, di ba?
Totoo.
Okay. So Sam, how's your routine, your fitness routine? Dahil, di ba, quarantine, walang gym. So, papaano ngayon siya? Ngayon nasa bahay ka lang.
This is a very tricky part for all the Superbods because we're so used to having our Olympic bars, our kettlebells, our weight training, our treadmills, our ellipticals, name all of the equipment. We fell in love with it and we are so reliant on it. But a true Superbod would know that the only equipment that you need is your body. And I say this with a conviction because I have minimal equipment here at home. And I've seen massive changes in my body. And my routine, when it comes to my workout, I do a 20-minute cardio in the morning or in the early afternoon. And then I do weight training in the evening. That way, and ladies, don't be scared of weight training, by the way. It's because hindi totoo na pag nag-weights kayo, ay magmumukha po tayo mga lalaki. Hindi po siya totoo. There's a hormone that's responsible for that. It's called testosterone. And we have very, very little of it. So the more, so because we have so little of the testosterone, we won't end up in the same bulky body type that you see on our gentlemen. So ladies, don't be scared to lift some weights. I'm talking about lift your baby. I'm talking about lift your dogs. I'm talking about lift your books, or even lift your bed if you can. Find whatever makes you creative. I even started training using a mop, as in yung mop, panglinis ng floor. Tapos ginagawa ko, naka-plank position ako sa lapag. Pakita ko lang sa inyo. Naka-plank position ako, tapos itong kamay ang gumagana. Ganun ako mag-mop ngayon sa floor. So it's just really about reinventing all the equipment that you have at home. Even simple household chores can turn into a really hard workout if you just try to get creative. And there's so much that you can find on YouTube. Or, you know what? by all means, hit me up because I would gladly give you free advice. And I'm also part of this campaign. We call it Fitness Lockdown. We're on Facebook as well. So hi to my co-coaches. That's Coach Candy, Coach Nigel, Coach Martin, Coach Gabby, Coach Mika. We're a team that decided, we have time on our hands and we want to share this talent with everyone. If you have, let's say, a water bottle such as this, eto na ang weights ninyo. So it's just all about being creative at home. And even your chair can be your actual equipment. So hit me up, hit up the group if you want to as well. We'll give you free advice. And that's our way of paying it forward to the society anyway.
Nakakatuwa yung creativity, no? Na just, di ba, to push through, di ba, para sa fitness. Di ba? You have to be very creative and of course, kailan andun tayo sa natin, yung isipin natin yung mga paraan, hindi yung oh my God, lockdown, stagnant.
Yes.
Di ba, galaw-galaw. Di ba, galaw-galaw daw. And
a perfect example, Dale, if you have a staircase at home, lakad kayo, mga 15 rounds, dire-diretso yan. Huwag kayo mag-stop. Trust me, it's a really hard cardio and it's gonna really tone up your nice butt. Really nice sweat.
And kung gagamit naman tayo na, of course, mga gamit natin sa bahay, konting ingat din para hindi mabulyawan ni mama. Diba?
Ay, oo naman, siyempre. Naku, lagot ako sa nanay ko pag binabasag dito. Mga antik pa naman.
Yes. Sam, okay. Ito tinanong ko to sa lahat ng mga Superbod na interview ko. Do you believe in cheat days? And kung meron kang cheat days, what do you usually crave?
Okay. For a cheat day, I would love to have ice cream or a cake because I have a massive sweet tooth, I'll be honest. But yes, I believe in a cheat day, but more importantly, and this is the crucial part that you really have to listen in, people, everything in moderation. So, of course, we're in a competition. This might be an exception. But if you're starting your fitness journey, you want to do things that are sustainable. Let's go back to sustainability and let's go back to consistency. So if you want to have that piece of cake, try to reduce the amount of, say, rice that you're having for the day because both are carbohydrates. So if you really want to find balance in everything and really enjoy the process, don't torture yourself. Don't just cut things off like that. Life is not about cutting things off. Life is about enjoying what's available to you. So, unti-untiin nyo lang, guys. Wag bigla-bigla, ha? So, regarding the cheat day, unti-untiin nyo siya.
Yes. Yan. Wag mucho lagi, di ba? Wag ganon. Well, yung sa akin, at least, siguro nakakailang na ako. Isang buwan na, halos isang buwan na bawasan ko ni kain ko. May measure na measure. Then, ayun, yung routine ko every morning. Pero, share ko lang, kahapon kasi, birthday ng tito ko. So, I was asked to prepare kasi kahit pa paano marunong ako mag-prepare, marunong ako magluto-luto. So ako na-assign. So syempre, pagka tikim ganyan, tapos mamaya kain, tikim. So, then lately, gabi na sabi ko, oh my, sorry. Oh, parang yung calories ko ngayon ay hindi yung usual na ginagawa ko na. Wait lang, so medyo naramdaman ko yung sa tiyan ko, yung epekto. Okay, so ngayon, tulog, gumising ako ng maaga, and may task sa school. So, ayun, kasi I'm a teacher, so may task na gagawin kailangan ipasa kasi magbibigay ng libreng tablet si Yorme. Yun. So, sa Manila kasi ako nagwo-work, doon ako nagtuturo. Although I'm from Las Piñas, pero doon ako nagtuturo. So, ayun, we have to submit the names of our students. Tapos may classification pang gagawin, hindi lang basta ita-type, ganyan. So, 6:30, CR muna, ganyan, inom ng tubig, bukas ng laptop, ayan, tapos ginawa ko siya. So, I expect by 7:30, 8 or 8:30, tapos ako, so magagawa ko na yung routine ko. Oh my God, inabot ako ng magto-12. Magto-12 na. Ganun katindi yung yung pinagagawa. Sabi ko, buti pala umaga ko to ginawa kasi kung gabi ko to ginawa, baka umaga ako nakatulog. Yeah, so
How did you
ang
feel?
nangyari, okay naman kasi kanina sabi sa ni Nicolas, okay lang na you did intermittent fasting then.
Technically,
Ganun pala.
for one day.
Yeah.
For one day.
Yeah. Ganun pala, okay. So bukas, ayun, babalik ko uli yung routine ko. Kailangan.
Oh my goodness. I understand the struggle, Dale. Don't worry about it. If you miss a day, like let's say it's a very hectic schedule, or let's say there's a celebration that's happening, celebrate with the people who are important to you. You don't want to turn them down and say, "Oi, yeah, I'm on diet." I mean, come on, let's be real. We want to celebrate and be part of the celebration. So if you have to, we're normal people. Just go ahead and be a part of that event because that's important to them. You want to show them appreciation. You want to show them that you're happy to be there on their birthday. So don't feel guilty about it. You celebrated well with your uncle. So kudos to that.
Well, thank you. Kailangan ko ng validation, di ba? Okay.
Mo. Ako, I always have an exemption. So when it comes to like binge eating, that's how it's coined in the industry. Like yung maramihang kain, tapos no counting calories and not worrying about your food. Basically, ako, my exemptions really Christmas, my birthday, and other people's birthdays who are very important to me. So kasi you gotta celebrate, and it's a very Filipino thing. You want to celebrate their birthdays with them. You want to show them how special they are to you. So okay lang yan. Let's not feel guilty about celebrating life.
Yes, thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. Kailangan yan ang kailangan kong marinig. Diyos ko, sabi ko kagabi talaga.
Oo, don't feel guilty. You made people feel good.
Okay, so sino sino or ano ang iyong ultimate inspiration?
Ooh, wow, this is hard. Oh, goodness me. Wow, this is very difficult. There are so many people that I want to mention. I think Halle Berry is one. She is already 50 plus and she has these massive, oh God, her proportions are just heavenly. I gotta say, you should see her recent photo. She looks like a 16-year-old. I swear, she's just heavenly. Who else? Ciara, she is an artist as well. She is an R&B artist. You should also see my aesthetic of what I see is a fitspiration to me. And also, it's not just about their aesthetic. It's not just about their bodies. It's about who they are as women. They're such intelligent women. They are such inspirations to me. The way that they talk about life, the way that they talk about their families. Now, those are real inspirations. Those are real fitspirations in all aspects of life. So, yeah, yang dalawang yan.
Sige. Ito naman. Tinanong ko to sa mga Superbods. And actually, you were mentioned as one of their, parang nakikita nila na has the big chance to be the female ultimate Superbod. So how do you react about that?
Oh my God. No, are you serious? I got goosebumps. Oh my
Yeah,
God. Can you see? I'm a balahibo on my arm and I got goosebumps when you said that. Totoo? Hindi ko in-expect.
Yes, that's true.
Hindi ko in-expect, Dale. I'm very flattered. It's very sweet that they think of that. Like I said, Dale, siguro nakikita lang nila na talagang passionate ako sa ginagawa ko. Lalo na in the fitness industry, I've been teaching and coaching for such a long time now. I've lost track, I think more than 11 years. When I started studying, I was already coaching on the side. So I think beyond Superbods, even with or without the title, this defines me, Dale. It defines me that I love helping people. And like I mentioned kanina, I'm a frustrated doctor. I want to save lives. And hey, if I can save a life through health and fitness, so be it. Let's do it. Let's do it together and let's go through the journey together.
Wow.
Thank you,
okay.
guys. Ang sweet ninyo, whoever mentioned me. Thank you.
Ngayon, ibabalik ko sa iyo yung tanong.
Yes.
Bilang one of the female superbod, sino sa tingin mo yung has this passion na talagang gigil siya to be the female ultimate superbod? Of course, aside from you, kasi alam ko naman na you joined because the ice is on the prize, di ba? That's the target. So, para sa iyo naman, sino ang sa tingin mo yung gigil to get that title?
Grabe, Dale, kasi it would be unfair to mention one person. Sa totoo lang, gigil lahat. I mean, totoo naman gigil lahat kasi every girl is putting so much work in. I mean, okay, perfect example. Mommy Lynn, she is our eldest female superbod. And I have so much admiration for her because just recently she's learning all this technology and learning how to become a vlogger, how to be your own cameraman, how to be your own makeup artist. Ang hirap ng sariling sikap. So, it's not justifiable to mention one person. I have to say that all the girls are gigil. Gigil kaming lahat. We're hungry for it and we're coming for it. So, well, it would be just unfair talaga to mention one kasi lahat male. Sorry naman.
Sige, ngayon. Lahat gigil. Same ba sa mga male sa nakikita mo? Sa no-observe mo sa kanila? Same ba sa kanila? Are all of them talagang gigil? Or meron talagang higit pa sa 100% yung gigil just to be the next male ambassador of Century Tuna?
Okay. When you say gigil, it's clear to me that it's the craving, it's the want, it's the yearning for that title. So many, if not all, of the gentlemen have been working very hard as well. I would say that one of the most hardworking would really be my partner. At ramdam ko ang gigil niya. I'm mentioning Enzo, and I have the highest respect for Enzo because he is such a gentleman. From day one pa lang, pareho na kami ng goals, pareho na kami ng ideals when it comes to fitness industry. And it's beyond the gigil. It's beyond the gigil because it's not just the title that he's after. No, he's not. I feel that. He's not after the bragging rights that he's the next Century Tuna Superbod male. I think it's more about he wants to be a person to be looked up to. And I would be damn proud of that man if he were the person who would win overall sa gentleman natin.
Wow. Well, actually, Enzo is also the one being mentioned by the male superbuds that I previously interviewed. Siya talaga. Kayong dalawa. Kayong dalawa.
Alam mo, I guess it's fate kasi naging partner din kami.
Yun nga. Naging partner kayo. Okay. Your advice to all the people na nagsisimula or had this fitness journey started, ano maipapayo mo sa amin mga nagsimula, yung ni-raise namin ang courage namin para simulan tong fitness journey?
Okay, fitness journey 101. There will be information overload on the internet. And let me stop you from reading so much first. What I want you to do is find something that you're passionate about, whether it's walking, whether it's on a bike, whether it's going to be running, or whether it's going to be lifting weights. I want you to focus on it for 7 days first. The brain works in a very unique way. 7 days to make or break a habit. And this is fact. Your brain will rewire its thought processing, especially when it comes to the movement of your body. May tinatawag tayo ng muscle memory. So pag after 7 days, gusto mo pa yung ginagawa mo, passionate ka pa rin, hindi ka nagsasawa, that means that your brain has already recognized it as a habit, as a routine. But to make it permanent, to make it talagang deeply ingrained sa routine mo, sa buhay mo for the rest of your life, stick to it for 21 days. So there's a timeline. I'm talking about the timeline because I'm a realist. I'm a realist, Dale. I will not tell you na you will lose weight in 1 week. That would be very unfair. I won't tell you unrealistic goals because the truth is when you see like, oh, drop 10 pounds in 1 week, those things are what we call clickbaits. A responsible sports scientist will tell you that the healthy way to lose weight is through proper sleep, proper movement, and proper eating. It's very, very important. Eat, sleep, and move. These are the 3 elements that you have to look at. So in those 7 days, unahin nyo muna, tapusin nyo muna yung 7 days. Pag gusto nyo siya, pagpatuloy nyo hanggang 21 days. And then you will see the differences week after week after week after week. Don't get frustrated, guys. Okay lang yan. There are also going to be bumps along the road. You might not see an instant change on your body. You might not see the instant thing that you were expecting because you're following someone else's regimen. The truth is, his regimen is for him. It was designed for her or for him. That regimen was taken out of a book and was studied and was designed for his body type. So don't get frustrated. Don't read so much. Hanapin nyo muna yung gusto ninyong gawin at tuloy-tuloy po yung mangyayari.
Yes, ayun. Tama yun actually. And I love walking. Yung talaga gusto ko. Maglakad. Rumampa.
Rampa pa more.
Yes.
I love it.
Okay, eto, nakapanood ako ng isang vlog sa YouTube, a vlogger who uploaded his video sa YouTube nung tinatawag kayo as official finalists, di ba?
Okay.
Nasa backstage kayo, nakapila, ilang rows kayo doon, di ba? Na unang tawagin ng girls. So, nung tinawag yung number mo at pangalan mo, anong tumatakbo nun sa isipan mo?
Alam mo, di ko talaga in-expect kasi ang daming magaganda, ang daming sexy talaga. And even my seatmate she was stunning. Her name is Kendi Liwanag, and I have so much respect for the girl because this girl is the only girl who is actually, she works for the circus here in the Philippines. So she's a trapeze flyer. She's the only one in the Philippines, and I was so lucky nakatabi ko siya. So sabi ko, shucks, matinding kalaban to. The only one in the Philippines, ano ba yung na-contribute ko? Diba? So, I was in shock. I was in pleasant shock. I was in awe of the moment. When I heard my name, I was like, is this for real? But I'm blessed. Eternally grateful for the opportunity. Yun lang.
And kapag ikaw ang nanalo, ikaw ang tinanghal na ultimate female superbod, what are we going to expect from Samantha Purvor?
Oh, I like this very much. It has been an advocacy of mine for the longest time. I communicate through social media, and I don't mind giving you free advice if it starts your journey. I will never hesitate to helping a soul who's lost. And I'm not saying that I'm a psychologist, but what I am saying is I'm not just talking about, you being physically fit. I'm also talking about the people who are not mentally fit, who are not emotionally fit. Kung kailangan ninyo ng kausap, you can count on me. Hindi siya nag-iba. Yung Samantha Purvor, according to some friends, when I was in high school, I'm still the same person now, despite the journey that I've gone through. I'm still the same Kengkoy, reliable Sam, na maaasahan nila pag kailangan nila ng kaibigan. And more importantly now in the fitness industry, you can count on me when it comes to leading you to your journey and just resetting your goals and helping you through it. And, you know, like I keep saying over and over again, the bumps in the roads are normal. It happens to the best of us. Even the best athletes will go through that. Manny Pacquiao went through it. And it was just all about those three things that I mentioned from my advocacy video. Sustainability, you got to be consistent, holistic. Those are the approaches that we're going to go through together. And my journey will never stop. My journey doesn't stop when the winner is called for Century Tuna Superbods 2020. My journey is going to go on for the rest of my life. And you can count on me as that person to go to if you need a friend or if you need guidance.
Wow, ayan mga kaibigan. Now, bago tayo pumunta sa fast talk, i-flash muna natin sa screen yung mga comments ng ating na mga nanonood ngayon sa ating live.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. We have, ayan, Mami Grace is watching. Hashtag Superbod Sampi.
Oh, I love this girl. She is so hardworking. Kudos to this girl too. Grabe. Hustler.
Superbud Gian Francis Ruiz. Love this girl. Hashtag Superbud Sampi.
I love you too, Gian.
Ayan. And again, Superbud Grace. Ayan. Love you.
Aww.
Superbud Gian again. Find your passion. Love it. Diba?
Oh, they're so sweet.
Ayan, may tanong dito. Ayan, from Nicholas, Superbud Nicholas. Sana yung green wall. Hashtag Superbud Sampi.
Teka. Pagbibigyan ko siya kasi birthday niya today. Ito, ni-roll up ko na siya. Happy birthday, Nicholas! Kasi weeks to na nakasampay.
Ayan, Superbud Nicholas, ay pinakita na niya. Okay, we have Superbud Jason saying, hi Dale, doing great with your diet. Keep it up, thank you. Hi BB Sam, I love you, can't say that much enough. You're amazing. Heart.
I love you too, Jason. That's my baby.
Okay, so we have Malcolm, Superbud Malcolm, Go Sam. Hashtag Superbud Sampi. Yes. Then we also, again, Mommy Grace, I love it. Streets as your, okay, it's my runway.
Yes. Sass, I love it.
Superbud Enzo, Sam ganda mo.
Oh, dinaan sa red lipstick.
Okay. Again, from Superbud Enzo, really proud of my partner and her story. Her story and how she communicates it are very empowering. Totoo. I agree.
Thank you.
I agree. Okay, and we have Superbud Gian. Okay. I think he's pertaining to the a while ago to the BEKI translate.
Feeling ko rin. That was
Ayan. Talong.
Sorry naman, Grace.
Okay, and Superbud Enzo, babam, Sam.
Oh, Enzo.
Yes, and ayun ang ating mga, you are supported by your fellows. Talagang nanonood sila sa yung sa yung interview. Grabe, nakakatuwa. Parang, di ba, brothers and sisters, superbuds, you're supporting talaga each other. Nakakatuwa.
Yeah, you know what's really interesting, Dale? I have to admit na this whole pandemic, akala ko magkakaroon kami ng disconnect. Tapos, kasi syempre, hindi kami physically together. But then I remembered there was this very good presentation back in UP by a psychologist. Parang sabi nga niya na the digital world is very similar to the physical world because it's all about communication. So if you communicate with the people and you mean well with them, I think it still translates even through the digital platform. So, yun lang. Gusto ko lang i-share.
Okay, so now proceed na tayo sa fast talk natin.
Ay, Ayan. Fast talk pa!
Yan. Okay. Game. Cardio or yoga?
Cardio.
Push-ups, pull-ups?
Push-ups.
Heavy lifting or CrossFit?
Heavy lifting.
Bike or treadmill?
Bike. Wait, is this a steady bike or a steady treadmill? I mean, steady treadmill. A steady bike versus a treadmill?
In general, a bike, maybe a bicycle.
Bike.
Boxing or karate?
Karate.
Hanging bars or rock climbing?
Rock climbing! I had to.
Free weight or machine?
Free weights. Free weights all the way, baby.
Abs or biceps?
Biceps.
Marathon or Zumba?
Marathon? What kind of marathon? Like a triathlon?
Yeah.
Or a marathon.
Leg day or rest day?
Ooh, I like my puwet. Leg day.
Hiking or surfing?
Surfing.
Keto diet or intermittent fasting?
Ooh, IF.
Okay. Lean beef or chicken breast?
Lean beef.
Steak or sushi?
Sushi.
Pizza or burgers?
Oh, pizza! Pizza.
Romantic dinner or outdoor adventure?
Ay, kailangan ko ng romansa. Romantic dinner, please.
Sino ang gusto mong kadate?
Ay! Kinilig ako. Bakit ganun? Nako. Sino ba? Sino bang pwede?
Pwedeng superbod or pwedeng celebrity? Anyone?
Nako, ayoko sa pogi. Joke. Gusto ko sa matalino. Dali lang po tayo sa matalino.
Okay. Anyone in mind?
Sorry, tawang-tawa ako sa sarili ko. I have several people in mind, but they're really old already. And like, oh my goodness, he's at the tip of my tongue. I forget. No, let's move on to the next question.
Okay. One piece or two piece bikini?
Oh, it depends. I like both. Can I go naked?
Well, but our body is a form of art.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yes,
wag
honey.
lang masyadong judgmental, di ba, mga tao?
Ay, dapat hindi. Accept.
Yes. Accept, respect. Di ba?
Yeah, true.
Okay. Flakes in oil or hot and spicy?
I flakes in oil.
Okay. If you have to choose a talent, which will you choose? The singing voice of Jojo or Quico or the TikTok moves of Albert Lorenzo?
Oh my goodness, ang hirap naman. Siguro sa singing. Singing ni Jojo, grabe. Sobrang lodi.
Okay. And sino ang gusto mong makasama sa mga female co-finalists mo pagka na-lockdown ka?
Can I mention several?
Oh, pwede.
I definitely want to be with Kai, with Ines. I would like to be with Candice, with Kay. I would also like to be with Astrid. She's quite a character. Oh man, and dami. I want to be with them all. And Mommy Lynn.
Yes. And sa mga lalaki, sino ang gusto mong makasama pag na-quarantine ka? Isa lang. Isa lang.
Ay, lang?
Yes. Yung pinaka sa tingin mo.
Depende sa goals.
Depende sa goals. Oh my gosh. May goal agad pag na-quarantine. May goal agad siya.
Well, kidding aside, overall, siguro feeling ko si Enzo pa rin. Kasi yung mindset namin magkapareho kami talaga eh. Tapos feeling ko mag-enjoy kami. Mahilig din sa mga games, ganyan. Kaya Enzo pa rin, partner ko.
Okay. Now, Sam, I'll give you now the floor to, of course, promote again your advocacy. Paano ka namin masusupport sa journey mo towards Century Tuna Superbods and your official social media accounts, your saan ka pwede ma-like, ma-add, ma-follow, etc., etc. And of course, kung meron ka sinusuportahan na group ng fitness, pwede din.
Okay. Thank you very much to everyone here who's tuned in and just watching the show. I hope you're enjoying it so far. First and foremost, this journey is very difficult in a pandemic. And please, aside from supporting me, support your favorite candidate as well. Parang, I just want you to support the people where you believe in their advocacy, you believe in their goal, and you believe that they're genuine, that they really want to help you go through whatever you're going through. My advocacy in a gist is to allow you to find something that you're passionate about, something that's sustainable, something that you can continue by yourself. Pag nagustuhan ninyo, dire-diretso na po yan. Promise. Ganun po talaga yung process niya. But you have to find it for yourself talaga. And when it comes to the fitness group, I am very proud to be part of a nonprofit organization, and we call ourselves Fitness Lockdown PH. We're on Facebook. We're a group of coaches and sports scientists and conditioning coaches as well. We do our sessions every weekend, and it's been a great journey to help people through coping mechanisms, whether it be physical, emotional, or whether it just comes to their nutrition. Follow us on Facebook. Maraming salamat to the people who have been supporting me nonstop, especially Coach Candy, Coach Martin, Nigel, Mika, Sales, Gabby Gador. To my professors from UP Diliman, Sports Science, shout out to all of you. I hope I'm making you proud, yo. And of course, I won't hesitate to say, support my partner as well. Kasi naniniwala ako na kung sa mga gentlemen natin, I would want him to win. And it would be an honor to be next to him. So support me by liking my videos, my silly videos, by the way. It's just for your entertainment. I want to cheer you guys up. It's been very difficult time. Ano nga ba yung Instagram ko? I keep forgetting kasi nahack po ako. Pasensya na po kayo. True story though, nahack ako. So my platform is this one. Basag pa ang phone ko. It's me, Samantha P. There you go. So thank you very much, everyone. And thank you, Dale, for hosting this show and being such a fantastic host, by the way.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes.
And for educating me with a new word, otoko.
Yeah, otoko.
Otoko. Word of the day. That's what I'm talking about. Always be willing to learn, guys.
Yes. Tama. And again, salamat, Sam. Salamat kay Superbad Sam. And of course, sa lahat po ng mga viewers, salamat din po sa panonood ng aming live interview with Superbad Sam Purvor. And wag niyo rin po kalimutan na i-follow ang aming official social media platform, ang aming official Facebook page, Entertainment News Portal. I-type lang po sa search engine ng iyong Facebook ang Entertainment News Portal. And once you get there, please don't hesitate to like or follow our official Facebook page. Our official website at www.entertainmentnewsportal.com and our official YouTube channel at Arvin Cabachete. Lahat po ng mga live interview namin ay simultaneous ang broadcast sa aming official Facebook page, sa aming official website, at sa aming official YouTube channel. So meron po kayong 3 platform kung saan pwede niyo pumapanood doon. And, well, actually, 4 pala, kasi we are also, the live is also being watched at Twitter via Periscope. And please, wag niyo rin po kalimutan na i-follow ang aming official Instagram account at ENP Official. Ayan. And of course,
you guys were so high-tech.
Yes. Well, our head moderator, Arvin, is really, really doing his job.
Thank you, Arvin.
And shout out to my Mars Arvin. He is celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday, Mars Arvin.
Arvin.
Yes, happy birthday. Ayun. And ayun po, my personal social media account, Facebook, it's Dale Gregory D. Medina. Ayan. Imported po ang pangalan ko. And my official Instagram account, it's Dale_off_ENP1988. It's DALE_OF_ENP1988. Para po maging updated din kayo sa mga ganaps namin sa Entertainment News Portal. And bukas po, ayan mga kaibigan, ang episode 18 and 19 ng aming Century Tuna Buds 2020 special. At 5 p.m., we have Superbod Mommy Shirley Garcia. Tumawa po yan ng 5 p.m. And at 8 p.m. tomorrow evening, Sunday evening, we have Superbod. Ito naman, si Daddy Airy Matic.
Airy, love it.
Yeah. So awesome. It's a hot mommy and a hot daddy Superbod bukas. Sunday Superbod special. Ayan. And again po, sabi ng Century Tuna Superbod, stay strong. So, sa nangyayari ngayon sa mundo, dapat mas malakas tayo sa COVID-19. So, follow all the safety protocols, mag-ingat sa sarili, and soon, hopefully, we will heal as one and balik na tayo sa normal. Normal po, hindi new normal. Come on, we miss hugging each other, we miss beso-beso holding hands. Babalik din tayo dyan, mga kaibigan. Again, God bless po sa lahat. Sam! Thank you so much, Sam. Magandang gabi po sa lahat.
Thank you,
Bye-bye po. Thank you.
Salamat.